So, I think Travis Kalanick has officially given up because
Xbox,
Twitter,
Uber,
Postmates,
Netflix, Movie Pass,
Google, Facebook, eBay,
DoorDash,
Apple, Amazon, Airbnb,
the Apptrepreneur becoming the CEO of Uber again. Hey everyone, this is Kevin the Apptrepreneur. If this is your first time here, please consider subscribing below, ringing that bell. We're definitely glad to have you there. We upload pretty much every day, and I think you would want to get notified of content that you like in your mailbox. And we like you to be notified so you can come for premieres, live chats, all that jazz. Now, I should start by saying this is kind of a loose part 2 of a video that I uploaded earlier. So, I'm going to put one of those little cards there. Is that where it is? I hope you're on a device that can see that. But we're going to put a little card there. You might want to watch that first. If not, I think you might be okay, but, little extra context. So, anyway, Travis Kalanick has not been the CEO of Uber for a long time. He is still a board member, and he was, in fact, one of their largest shareholders. And he was actually notorious for not selling any Uber stock. He was always holding on to his stock, I believed, because I always felt like he was trying to get back into the company. After he had been let go, he had tried several times to get back into the company. Those attempts kind of dwindled a little bit in recent years, but considering like he wanted to be on stage when Uber rang the bell and went public for the first time, I suspected he never really let go of the company, that he wanted to keep going. Well, maybe he's finally realizing that's not going to happen, at least not under the current circumstances. And he's starting to move on because he actually did something really shocking. He sold $500 million in stock after the lockup period ended, which, that's about 20% of the company, by the way, or 20% of his stock, something like that. So anyway, here, let's look at this. Uber co-founder and director Travis Kalanick sold more than $500 million worth of stock last week after the company's lockup period expired. Uber's 180-day restriction on inside and early investor sales came to an end Wednesday. Sending the stock down that day in anticipation of wave of sales, Kalanick, the former CEO of Uber, who was ousted from the top seat after being accused of fostering an unhealthy workplace environment, sold more than 20 million shares held in a trust over 3 days last week, according to a financial filing submitted to the Securities and Exchange Commission on Friday. Uber's stock has plummeted to about $27 per share as of Friday's closing price from its opening price of $42. So he could have gotten like $1 billion, close to it, if the stock had held, but didn't happen. So, I personally don't care about that part. I'm actually kind of glad he got a lot less than what he was expecting. The company's market value is now about $45 billion, down from about $70 billion at the end of its first trading day. And according to the book I just finished reading, $120 billion of what this thing was valued at privately. That's why you don't always believe private valuations. Kalanick still directly owns more than 75 million shares in Uber, according to the filing. Despite his tenuous relationship to the company following accusations of sexual harassment and discrimination at Uber under his leadership, Kalanick still sits on the board and was present at the New York Stock Exchange during the company's IPO in May, though not on the dais with the company executives. While it's unclear why Kalanick chose to sell his shares, he could use the money to help fund his new venture, Cloud Chickens. Sorry, not chickens. That should be an intentional mistake, but it wasn't. And yet it kind of makes sense. Cloud Kitchens. According to its website, the startup plans to rent space to restaurateurs for delivery-based businesses. The project has again cast controversy on Kalanick after the Wall Street Journal reported, that we're going to get to that in a minute. Actually, Cloud Kitchen sounds a lot like WeWork. And, maybe that's one of the reasons he sold. Maybe it's also he sees the company, going bankrupt. It's going to probably go lower. More investors are going to sell their shares. He probably wants to get what he can now. Now, here's one thing he could be doing. He could be doing a pump and dump thing. He's selling the shares now. He might wait for the stock to drop $5, $10 more, and he'll come back and he'll buy shares back but he'll get more for the same amount of money. You never know. It's totally possible. However, there is some validity to him needing to raise money because, well, he did raise quietly, I want to add, $400 million for his next act from Saudi Arabia, and he'll be competing with his own company. So, Travis Kalanick, the ousted founder of Uber, is quickly scaling up his next act. The Wall Street Journal's Rory Jones and Wolf Winkler reported on Thursday that the billionaire quietly raised $400 million from Saudi Arabia's sovereign wealth fund in January in a deal that could value Cloud Kitchens, his delivery-only restaurant company, at $5 billion. Saudi Arabia was one of Uber's biggest backers before Kalanick was booed from his C-suite amid a scandal-ridden 2017. It was also one of the kingdom's first major investments since the murder of American journalist Jamal Khashoggi last year, which has caused some investors, but not all, to reconsider their ties to it. Well, that doesn't surprise me at all, because most companies might be feeling a little anxious about dealing with Saudi Arabia. Not Kalanick. The way he sees it, free money. He will raise money wherever he can. And by the way, Kalanick is looking for redemption. Like, right now, he is going to be forever the ousted founder of Uber, disgraced forever, unless his next big thing could work. And he's betting it on Cloud Kitchen right now. Now, I don't know if that's going to be a thing. Again, it sounds a lot like WeWork. And WeWork didn't work out too well. I don't know if he's been reading the headlines, but it really didn't. Although it's working out for the founder. Again, a sneak preview to a video we're going to do tomorrow. So, Cloud Kitchen says on its website it supports other restaurants and delivery efforts by providing a full kitchen optimized for takeout orders without front-of-house service. Partners advertised online include the Halal Guys, a New York street food favorite, Fat Sal's Deli, and more. It also has its own delivery restaurants. Everything about the restaurant experience is designed for walk-ins and reservations, the company says, and while delivery is an increasing percentage of the business, many operators are forced to trade off the dining experience with a booming delivery business. So, advantage of delivery only. Lower real estate costs, more efficient labor. Yep, it all sounds good until Cloud Kitchen starts taking their bigger and bigger cut. But, yeah. So, anyway, Travis Kalanick is definitely a man we're going to keep an eye out on this channel. He might not be very much directly involved with Uber anymore, and by selling 20 million shares, he will definitely have less of an influence. I think that at the very least suggests he has no plans to return to Uber anytime soon. He probably can't. I mean, it's an interesting time for him to sell, though, because Dar Khosrowshahi's in some serious trouble right now by what he said. And while I doubt they would turn to Travis Kalanick to save the company, it's not uncommon for founders to be ousted and then kind of brought in to save the company when things go bad. So I don't know. This is like all very interesting to be happening. It does remind me a lot of Steve Jobs and Jack Dorsey right now. So yeah, this little pissant just won't go away apparently. So great. But anyway, that's where we're going to leave this video. What do you think about this? Does Cloud Kitchen sound like something you would be interested in? Does anyone here own restaurants? What do you think about Travis Kalanick? Do you think he's going to succeed? Do you think this is the next Uber? I'd love to know. Comment below. Like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy these videos, consider becoming a Patreon member. It's totally optional, of course, but even as little as $1 a month goes a long way to helping the channel run smoothly, and you get access to my Patreon's exclusive blog. Also, if gas prices are getting just a little down, check out the Get Upside app below. Totally free, but you get cash back on every gas purchase. If you want more content from me, check